Okay, collective. I decided to, I think this is actually going to be like a look and seeing like what's happening over in Karmicville, because those are the downloads I was getting. I was getting all the information. So like, you know how like when, you know how like when you're like, I don't know, because we not, right? It's so far removed from us. Ah. But you know how like when you used to like get anxious and have anxiety and stuff like that, and like you didn't know where it was coming from and what was there, like just super anxiety, like where you don't even know what to do next. You don't, like, you're supposed to be going to make yourself something to eat for lunch, but you walking in circles. You're going to do all this other stuff. You're not sure what you want to eat. You don't know if you want to go out and get something or if you want to stay in the kitchen. Like that's the kind of energy that they're in. And they're in a huge, like this, there's a huge anxiety right now for them. Like there's this like huge anxiety for all of them. Like they're supposed to be dropping their kids off at school and they're walking around somewhere in the bathroom like in circles because they know it's coming. They did what they did. They thought that this was a good idea. It doesn't matter who says they were tricked. They were, you know, they were under magic. They were this, they were that. Yeah, okay. The collective too. The collective has been under magic and been under spells, under somebody else's thumb their whole life until they woke up, right? And the reason they woke up was because everybody was, you know, abusing them. So now that they're no longer being abused by everyone, everybody else is aware that things are about to, you know, change. Let's get into what the cards say. No worries about what I'm telling you. Seven of Cups. That doesn't sound good. Makes one cunning in liberal sciences, gives true answers on divine and secret things, able to turn others into different forms and convince them that the change is real. Yeah, they were doing this shape-shifting magic, trying to change your destiny, trying to change your outcome in life. I wonder what's going to happen for playing in the Seven of Cups. They did it too much, too. They did it to other people. And they always do it to people that don't know, like, that's what's going on. Like, it's not even a fair fight, if you ask me. Personally, if you ask me, the only fair fight is when someone knows that you're coming for them spiritually, like you're, like, and they're going to say, oh, that's a part of being attacked. You have to know how to be attacked. Well, first you got to even know that you're, like, in dissension with somebody. When did the dissension take place? I think is a huge question for a lot of the collective. Like, so you just started hating me just because? No, that doesn't seem legit. Like, I can't even fake it. That doesn't even seem legit. Who? Anyway. Nine of Pentacles. Causes any matter of music to be played. A song. A song. Causes trees to bend at will. Brings excellent familiars. Yeah, so it looks like people tried to control someone who was like a, so here's the thing. Someone that causes music to be played is someone who brings a sweet sound into maybe a sorrowful energy or like a tedious event. Like when I wake up in the morning, one of the most wonderful things that I can hear sometimes are the birds chirping or the seagulls when the tide is high and they come this far up, you know, which they do at this time of year, probably through spring. But that's what they did. They took someone who, against their will, like, look at this. It's like they took someone who's like a unicorn energy and like put them through all this hard work, and like it's just, and this person can cause trees to bend. So like naturally the universe wants to gravitate towards this person and be closer to this person. Like the universe needs this person. This person is a critical part of the universe taking shape in the way that it should to continue. Do you want to bring Amadeus? Is that what it's called? I don't even know. That just, I'm telling you, do you want to bring Amadeus early? And then that's a plan? Like, what are you trying to do? So these people are in this like really serious anxiousness because not only because of what they did, but also because of what who they did it to. You know, there's a reading that I need to do. I've got this download about Eazy-E, and I keep hearing Easy. Yeah, if you don't know who Eazy is, you need to go do your research before you watch my so you can understand the man, the myth, the legend, right? Am I right? So ultimately, I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna label it Eazy-E. It might not even be long. It might just be 5 minutes so I can get this out and get it going. But anyway. As a result, this gave temperance. Temperance has been put into this situation in general. Temperance can also be considered kind of like balance too. You know, if you're smart. This teaches geometry and liberal sciences. This is basically the universe kind of showing you what's what. That's what I'm getting. The universe is coming into play now. Like now the universe is like, okay, let me show you what's really happening, because people got so convoluted. The world, I mean, the world will pollute. Well, they will pollute, but they will pervert anything and everything. Like the reason why people feel uncomfortable wearing less clothing is because people look at them weird because of it. It's not because, you know, it's offensive or anything. Like people can probably look at me some kind of way because I don't have on, you know, the undergarments and this and that and this and that. And then this is the 5 of Pentacles. This is like the horse's head. I'm getting this energy of like it's coming straight from the horse's mouth. Like this gavel is coming down hard. This gavel is, I'm just being honest. It's like the gavel of all gavels. Like if you've never heard a judge be upset, like I don't think I have, but if you've never heard a judge be upset and like go crazy with the gavel, that's what's about to happen. That's what's happening. That's the thing. I don't think that they're aware. They're still in that 7 of Cups energy. They're still so lost in things that like it literally, like they're still trying to push it, you know, somewhere else. They're still trying to send magic. They're still trying to be hopeful about dumb shit. Like most recently, the magic, what is it? Confusion spells. They want you to self-doubt. They want you to be sad about something. They want you to not want what you want. They want you to, like, anything to give you a hard time. So if like some people want your face to be dismembered, you don't like a cute. You don't like a cute. You gotta like a cute. You gotta like a cute. Come on. You like a cute. Anyway, these people are crazy. And that's why things that the Temperance and the Magician card are coming in place of this 5 of Pentacles energy. Like the gavel coming down on them hard, like hitting their head. At the same time is like people are getting it straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak. I guess that also has something to do with the fact that they're getting arrested. Like it has to go public, so people are going to want to hear it straight from the horse's mouth, and that's a part of the thing. That's a part of it. Like that's the part of that they know. They know that that's the reason that you become famous. Partially, I guess, maybe, I don't know, because of what they've done. Like it was a lot of people. And I know these people are stupid. They're not very good criminals, if you ask me. Like, how y'all using your actual phones and like, are you not thinking that like there's a location on these devices? A lot of these people use their regular phones that didn't change numbers. They figured they was only communicating with a few people about a crime. This is the thing. It's like teaches liberal science, giving an account of souls that died in sin. Essentially, all the people that to me, this Five of Pentacles energy is the horse's mouth, the gavel coming down hard. That energy is also giving me that these people are literally like not, like some of them know, but some of them are trying to like pretend themselves through it. It's like, for some of these individuals, they don't see it coming. You don't see all the great things coming and like getting ready to like, you know, kiss your cheeks and, you know, like baby you. I get this energy of like, you know, you squeeze a baby's cheeks and like you just want to squeeze them. Like when don't you just want to, like when you get the babies and you value and you smell them, you just want to, oh, but you know you can't squeeze too tight because it's a baby, but you want to squeeze this stuff because it's so good. Sorry. Know where this is coming from. Clearly this is, if you resonate. Well, that's another thing. I was wondering, why are you here on watch 1111? Why are you here? I get like 3 likes. There are 3 people that actually like my videos. The rest of the 18 of you, why are you 1122 on the clock? Why are you here if you're not liking my videos? Because you're watching my videos, which lets me know that you like my video. So then why aren't you liking my video since you like my video? Because how are you seeing my video if you don't like it? And if you're just here to see what I'm going to say, your karmic energy, or just trying to be nosy, 1144 on the clock, you need to like it too, because you like that. You like what I'm telling you. You like to come and debate what I'm telling you. I don't know. 1155. We can get it. We can get it popping. Pull up on me. Sure, don't care about no karma. Anyway. Somebody is getting some money. Somebody is being good to themselves. Like they're like like health and finances. That's amazing, if you ask me. To be healthy and healthy financially too. That's incredible endeavor. That's what we all are doing, right? We're maintaining that balance, right? To speak of temperance, this is good stuff. 9 of Wands. Says a strong and faithful fighter who follows commands and answers all questions. That came out in the pre-shuffle. I'm laughing because that came out in the pre-shuffle. It's that good nature. It's that like strong and faithfulness is what makes people, because this is the one that was trying to pop out. It makes people so like, towards you. It says tempts thieves to steal, serves as an excellent familiar. Like people want to be with you, but you tempt people to want to try to take away your happiness because you keep creating it. They don't get it. It's like it's an inside job. So that's why we can give it and we can take it away. Because it belongs to us. We created it. So if we give it to you and we let you use it and take it and do what you want with it, be grateful. You know, if we cut you off, make your own. That's what I don't understand. These parents wanting to hold on to children, talking about, oh, well, you just can't make, you know, everybody doesn't have everything. Everybody does not, you know, everybody doesn't get everything. No, I'm getting everything. That card too. I'm getting everything. You know, whose dumbass idea was it to curse your children by saying they don't get everything? Oh, you don't marry the first person you fall in love with and be with them for the rest of your life. Why? Because you're trying to push that into my life by saying that? Oh, that's funny too, that's coming up, because that's a part of the downloads too. So to be aware of that, what people are going to be doing. I don't know if those are in the correct order, but I'm about to get with them in a second after I tell you this. Okay, so the other day, I'm in a place that I frequent, seeing someone that I frequently see. Cool cat, good. I was explaining, they were like, oh, you good? And I was like, yeah, you know, I was like, yeah, but, you know, I've been going to sleep late. To me, late is 10:30 p.m. Okay. So I'm like, I'm going to sleep late. It's like, oh. I was like, I think it's just I'm really excited about the future. I'm excited about everything that's happening next and blah, 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 right? They're like, oh, I wonder what that is. Anxiety? And I was like, no, excitement. Because anxiety comes like, it's here, right? It's in the gut, it's in the belly, right? It's like people need better gut health. I know everything and everyone that's watching me, just so you guys know. That was a message. They're mad about that too. So a lot of the people watching, they're mad that I know who they are, I know what they're up to, and I know what they're after by being on my page. You know, they're after this Ace of Cups lovers union. And they can't have it. That's why it came out all by itself, special and set apart. It's an important part of the universe. Anyway. But yeah, this person was trying to like push on me that I was anxious. And I'm like, no, I'm excited. I'm like, it's here. It's bubbly. And they were like, oh, I wonder what to call that. And for like the 16th time. And then I was just kind of like, it's called excitement. What the fuck? Like, people are going to try to push their anxiety onto you. You're going to tell them you're happy, and they're going to go, oh, I wonder how you're feeling about that. I wonder if you're really happy. They're going to be like, I wonder if you're, nervous. And you're like, no, I'm happy about this. Oh, you're not nervous? No, motherfucker, I just told you. Excuse my language. I'm trying, y'all. But I just told you. Didn't I just tell you? Yeah. I'm not nervous. These people they're going to try to, like, that's what they want now. That's also part of that magic. So be aware that people who really aren't living in the upright, like there are a lot of people on their journeys, and not everybody is at the same level, right? And if there's someone that's still at a level that you've already passed, let's just call it that, so people don't get to feeling some kind of way. The truth is the truth, but so they feel some kind of way because they haven't obtained whatever it is, something. It's something. Your light is irritating their demons right now. Even if you're, familiar with them, even if they enjoy your company, your energy, your space, like, that's the thing. People don't know how to respond to their own triggers. People don't respond. They respond as unhealed people. They don't go, ooh, let me remove myself for a little bit. They usually try to like pick and poke and prod. All right, so let's get into it. This Knight of Wands. Oh, strong and faithful fighter, yeah. And you've been that. You've been a strong and faithful fighter for the good fight. Like, you are one of those people that takes, the road less traveled. You are that. One of those like warriors for the good, for love, for true love, for what's right and just in the world, and then the Two of Wands energies tells of the past and the future, and can make one intelligent and bold. And essentially that's you standing in that personal power, like through that energy. They can't do anything though. That's the thing. They're so stuck. What they're looking at when they look at you, it's like insurmountable. There's like you hold all the keys. There's nothing they can do. Do you even know what that animal looks like to you? Do you know what animal it even resembles to you? You can't even call it at this point, right? You don't even know what you're looking at. It's literally what is happening right before their eyes. Right before their eyes. And that's the part of that Seven of Cups. I'm gonna have to leave those uncovered. That's a part of that Seven of Cups energy too. See, that Seven of Cups energy is because, so they're stuck in that Seven of Cups, and they're seeing you stand in your personal power, but they're still mentally, they just want to keep blocking it. But while they're blocking that, so they think they're blocking you, they're blocking themselves from acknowledging what's happening with them. They are no way, shape, or form present in their own actual life. So remember when they wanted to take you out of your body and put you to the side of it and have you watch yourself decay? So there was something that came up on my feed too, and now I'm understanding why that shit came up there. So there's something that came up on my feed, and I was like, what? Because I look at some little weird stories too, like about how they're drugging people at clubs and taking advantage of them and blah 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 blah. And it's been caught. Like this stuff has been acknowledged. Like, but anyway, I'll get to that too another time. Maybe I'll throw that in there with the Easy E in nightclubs in China. Man. Anyway. All right, so listen. Yeah, they're so not present in their own life that like that's why everything catches them. Like it's gonna like when it oh gosh. It's like one of those things where it's like because they've never been responsible for themselves or had to take accountability for what it was they were sending out. You know, the 2112, that whole accountability factor, now life is mirroring back to them what they sent. They have to, there's no choice. And for every piece and person is what Spirit's telling me, every piece of person that's played a part, even watching is not okay. It's like, oh, now you've become a spectator. So all the spectators, okay, so for watching this, because everybody had an opportunity to decide if they were going to acknowledge right and wrong. It's really it. It's like it's not rocket science. And because you hold firm to that, like because justice is like that hammer, like I said, that gavel is so hard right now, because that gavel is coming down, that gavel is having its way with people, okay? Because that gavel is coming down so hard on people right now, it's like their temptations rise even more. So don't be surprised, like when you get energies of like, you're like, that's really fucking weird. Like, where does that even come from? Like, all of the things that were 22, all of the things that were sent to you are now back to them. So, of course, every now and then you're going to have something and you're going to be like, what the fuck is this? But then if you listen to your, you know, if you listen to the resonation, it's the resonation of the stuff that they sent you that you lived through. The death spells. These people are going to, like, there's this story about this girl who decayed on her couch. I didn't watch it, but I believe it, because that's magic. Someone sent her the spirit of depression, and it succumbed her. That's dark magic. That's how dark magic works. Are we getting it now? This girl didn't even know. She probably had no freaking clue that she was under someone's livid spell. It might have even been someone her age. This was a teenager or something. It was a young person, I know that. Early 20s. Maybe. If not an actual, like, teenager. On the couch. How does someone rot on their couch? Excuse me, to death? How does that even happen? It's crazy. I blame the parents too, or whoever would like, I mean, I'm sorry, I do. How are you not noticing? They're part of it. Parents probably wished her, oh, that's just, well, we knew that she was always, what? So you did nothing? Anyway, don't make me mad right now. It's like, I'm so, like, I'm a parent. I want nothing more for my children than for them to be happy doing whatever it is that they want to do in life, and that they feel fulfilled in that, and that they do better than me. Like, so not in a sense of like, I want them to make more money. No, if that's what they want, yes. But no, that's not what I want. Them to have a life that is more fulfilling for them in every moment of their life, is more fulfilling for them than it was for me. When they're 16, I want them to have the best 16 year of their life. Everything that I encountered at 16, I want that to be like so far removed from them. I want their life to be, you know, like a movie, like what I wished, you know, and I want it to be great to them. I don't want it to be my dream either. I don't want it to be what I didn't have. I want it to be what they want. I want it to fulfill them. Those are the responsibilities. parents. There's some parents that aren't, you know, they're gonna, you'll see. I don't know what to, like, where, I don't know what part of the body these crazy energies come from. All right, let's get into this. So the Ace of Cups and the Lovers came out. And the Ace of Cups says, teaches philosophy and the uses of herbs, heals all disease and disorders, brings good familiars. So this is the energy, and those two were like separate in the hand, of course. The Ace of Cups and the Lovers came out in my hand together. You can rewind it back and look, but they're up here. But essentially, it's like, this is what's being built. This is what's being established. This is a very protected union that I get. Wow, this is going to move pretty fast, too. If you see the energy here, look at how he has a foot like going every direction. So dude can literally like just, can't you see that he can go? He can go do whatever he wants to. And this one says, oh, it's the Three of Cups. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so the Lovers card, which is kind of self-explanatory, but I'll put it out there since it's out here. Causes women to love men and brings them together in love. Okay, and it says it can make women barren too. So maybe I was getting into that energy of like people not being right to their bodies, not honoring themselves in some fashion, and they get older and they realize they can't bear children. It's you know, maybe there's a period of time that they weren't treating their body in a good way, and that was the response to it, and they can heal that. That's my own subscription. You know, subscribe to whatever you want to. Your doctor tells you whatever. However, I subscribe to something a little bit different, a little bit more spiritual. Okay, in that you can heal yourself. Okay, you can 27 even on the clock. You can really move your life forward in that aspect too, because it's essentially we're in control of this. You know, if you want to let somebody else have dominion and control. Some things are out of your own hands though. Like some people do succumb to certain illnesses because they know like there's all these different things that come into play too. And for somebody who's like upset because they have someone that died from an illness and whatever, I apologize that you have had to experience that and lose someone that was incredibly close to you. I understand. It's not fun by any means, and it can hurt at any moment. However, I just want to be clear that it's the heart posture. I started speaking about heart posture probably 6, 7, 8 years ago, if not more. Heart posture has always been a part of my conversation. I'm hearing people say it a lot more now, which is brilliant, you know, imitation, whatever. But your heart posture has always been important, right? That's part of your Christ consciousness. And it's funny to me that these people don't have Christ consciousness, but they know about heart posture. They're getting it. Like this is like 6 to 12 years behind me. I'm like, oh, you guys are on it now? And then it like sinks in. That's a part of the ascension thing too. It's like some people thought that you were asleep. No, you've been heavily ascended. Maybe that was for the best that you've actually been asleep all this time, because if you had ascended as early as you had shown all these signs and symptoms, which is like before birth, right? Before you even came into this world. Funny because it's true. Before you even came into this world. Goodness, what day is your birthday? Okay. Is it coming up again? Every year. Okay, so listen, what were we talking about? You being asleep. Wake up! Okay, so if you had stayed asleep, it's almost kind of like you were seeing everything, but you were in a cocoon. You know, it's like everything that they thought that they were doing to hurt you actually brought you right to where you were supposed to be. Like, it's divine. No one gets in the way of that. Especially if the person is in agreement, if the spirit that's in the vessel is like, yeah, no, wait a minute. I want to do the right things. I want to have all the things that I want to have in life. Sounds good to me. Don't need to sound good to nobody else. 3003. Let's mirror that energy. Anyway, the Three of Cups and then the King of Cups. This sounds like a love relationship. Wow. Yeah, because the King of Cups came out here. Teaches astronomy and liberal arts, brings good familiars. So, and that's coming in right under the Lovers, next to the Three of Cups of like reconciling friendships, relationships. It's the story that we've been telling and they want us to not tell it. I don't know. It's so weird. Love always wins. Like, I don't know why people... This wants to be out. It was the Eight of Wands. Teaches rhetoric very well. Gives faithful servants favor of friends and foes and knowledge of languages. So essentially what I see is happening here is that everything that has been prophesized or whatever it was that they were looking to fight or deter you from or to, I don't know, all of those things, like whatever that energy. Essentially 3113 on the clock, it's not going to happen. You're mirroring your highest self now. That's where the mirroring energy is coming from. You're mirroring your highest self. You're in your divine spot. And that's why there's nothing that can be done. But we told them that a while back, didn't we? But they kept trying to like convince us that we were repeating a cycle, that we weren't. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm saying when I'm saying that these people don't know what they're talking about. I mean, like they have to be in a lot of chaos and like disarray in like the body. They're in like complete anxiety. Like there are people like it's taking all of the extremes. It's people totally flustered and like distracted. It's people just like rotting away, not doing anything with themselves. It's people, I mean literally rotting away. Like they get up and they do the things that they have to do to make everybody go away so that they can sit and rot all day. It's people like, there are people who like have no choice but to kind of like put on a happy face, and it's literally looking like that. Like right now they know that they look to people like they have a stick with like a fake happy face on it, and it's this big yellow happy face with a smile that people are seeing right through these mofos right now. They're like, yo, like, why don't you just give this shit up? Like, you guys know you're in trouble. You need to go apologize. You need to make it right. You need to like get this divorce. You need to, you know, like there's a lot of things that need to be happening in these people's lives, and it's gonna come crashing. Let's move on. I was just listening to the sirens that started up all of a sudden. That's what they're going to think too. It's like all of a sudden, 33. All of a sudden. No, it's not all of a sudden. We've been telling you that you're paying too much attention here and not inward. And now you've brought complete total chaos to your own life. 3343. Like, okay, so there are people rotting in their bed. There are people who can't keep it together. Like they're having arguments with people left and right. It's because the money's gone. That's what a lot of people's problem is. Like there's no business, there's no work. They're losing homes, they're losing jobs, they're losing cars. Like it's like one thing after the other. That's the other download. So it's literally like this one thing after the other. When they're like, oh, and they're angrily dealing with an issue, another one comes and slaps them in the back of the head. Like, yeah, now like your car broke down, but now like the thing that you need to get fixed on your car is more than the amount of money that you actually have. Or it's going to take all your money, so now you're down to zero. Or, you know, like, and then but you have all these other things that were already a priority that you had to do with this money. Like, you had to use this money on something. Like, it's bad. It's not good. You live how you learn. Or you be karmic. Like, oh, gosh. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful in this moment. And you should be too, collective. I'm so grateful. Like, despite it all, I am so very grateful that I'm here right now to have this communication, to have these conversations, even if it is only falling on 3 actual pair of ears that want to hear and acknowledge and can identify in some way, shape, or form, even if it's just empathetic, versus the other however many people actually come across my videos and then don't even hit the like button. Yeah, we're back on that again. So I was grateful. Oh, okay. I said it. What more you want? Because we know where the real hard work comes from. Like, the collective can only be so grateful towards other people. Like, yeah, we're grateful for the experience. If we sat back and had to thank everybody for every time, like we would be out here. I'm just keeping 100 with the people who wonder why the collective doesn't care to talk about them. Okay, we would be out here thanking people as well for the little, oh, remember that person at Big Five that was super helpful and helped me find the such and such and gave me some information so I didn't get the wrong thing, because I almost left out of there with the wrong thing. We're grateful for everything. So it's like one of those punchy things where you have the like the actual thingy, and you're like, you know, okay, so I was on my walk the other day, and there was this lady, and she had a clicker thingy, and I think it was because she has anxiety. And it's like, gosh, I'm so excited because now people are going to be healed from that type of like anxious energy that they don't know where it's coming from, and they have to carry around clickers or things that make them, you know, fidget tools. And you know, this is going to help so many people. What's happening right now, this understanding of love and self-love and true self-value, and the importance of these readings and the modalities that people are using to help people heal, you know, like Reiki, and people learning like sea moss is good for you to consume. Oh my gosh, there's this sea moss provider that I purchased from a couple of times. It was so good, but it was like the 3rd and 4th time it wasn't the same. So it was like, he started using a different sea moss manufacturer for himself. But the first couple batches were so good. Like, I could feel the cells activate in my body. Like, these things are real. Like, if anyone's going to preach about like being one with nature and understanding how to use and incorporate nature into our body and how it helps us spiritually grow, and how these things are important, of like putting your feet on the earth and sitting, you know, and watching the sunset. And like, why do you think that was always a thing that people used to do? Now people are busy driving around all the time. They're getting other things done and practice and this and that and this and that. People are missing, you know, the luxury of sitting on a porch in a swing watching the sunset. They don't have time. They have to keep up. What are they keeping up with? Really? Let me get out of here. I got stuff to do. I'm magician myself out of here. The last card that came out. Oh, the Page of Swords came out. Let me not forget these other two. So that King of Cups is it's a lot of bringing good familiars for this collective. And again, I don't get to choose the cards. They come out how they come out. This is supposed to be a reading for the karmics, and clearly I've expressed they're not in a good place. Like, I wouldn't want to be like depressed out of my mind, you know, to where I'm not even seeing every day as it passes me. They wake up and it's a new month. That's the kind of life that they're living. They wake up and it's a new month. And this month is even harder. February. Like, they're not happy. They're not looking forward to Valentine's Day. They're not looking forward to like, and then they've got this whole like facade too. A lot of these other people like, oh, they've got to putting on the Ritz. I don't know why people are trying to still keep up the appearances, but it's not going to last long. Anyway, Page of Swords. Ooh. Yeah, so that snake energy is here. And number 17 is popping out, which is also 8. Gives answers of past, present, and future. Reconciles friends and foes. Yeah. There is a clear-cut line being drawn in the sand with karmic energies. It's a clear cut. Like, people are like, nope, people don't want that anymore. There is a clear-cut line being drawn in the sand with all snake energies. 404. 0404. Oh, more mirroring energy. Mirroring your highest self. And it looks good on you. I must tell you, collective. You look incredible. How do you do it? Okay. Keep it up. Listen, 8 of Wands. I heard shroom. Like a jet. Maybe you're getting ready to take a jet. Anyway, teaches rhetoric very well. Gives faithful servants, favor of friends and foes, and knowledge of languages. I'm getting a lot of energy off of that. I'm getting like you're going to learn new languages. You're going to, you know, be doing a lot of different things. Things are going to be so very different. It's like people are being taught a lesson. That's what it was. I couldn't get those words out the other day. It was because it was coming with another energy. So it's like people are being made an example of, not in like, they're not being like held in this like, oh, like they're being held in this like, oh, like dun 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 dun, like it's some crazy spooky, like people are being haunted at night. And all of a sudden some weird noise, door slamming. People are definitely having outer body experiences. They're being met and visited by different entities, as they should, actually, because of what they sent out. People's children are starting to behave certain ways because they sacrificed them, unfortunately. They sacrificed themselves too, because they were so like, they just knew. They were like, oh yeah. They were already in. You know, the couples, the husbands and wives, or the people, or the individuals, they were already in. They gave their children when they... Anyway, the last one we're going to drop off on is the the Two of Pentacles, which reveals the past and the future, reconciles friends and enemies. Again, the snake energy, it's done. It's over. It's like I just heard the snake's head got cut off. This thing looks like it'll eat a snake. It looks like it's half a snake. What is this? Yeah, and this thing has some real good sight too. And them claws look like they'll snatch a, scratch a, they'll get you. Those claws. This is over. Teaches philosophy. And the last thing on here is the woo. So he said, nope, take the Seven of Wands too. Okay. So now people are moving into their rightful spaces. They're being recognized as teachers, as healers, as you know, whatever it is that they were moving forward towards, as long as they weren't utilizing dark arts, as long as it wasn't for malevolent energy, as long as it wasn't only self-pleasing. So those anti-hero energies, that's not how it works. You cannot only be for self. You have to treat yourself right first. But you cannot only be for self. Once you learn of what you can do for self, then in turn, you're supposed to also give that to others. That is how you create the dynamic and the balance and the fluidity that is necessary to keep that flow and that energy abundant on the planet. 44 even. Are we listening at all here? Hit the like fucking button. Why are you here? Anyway, I'm cursing again, and maybe I shouldn't talk to you guys. Anyway, reveals the past and the future, reconciles friends and enemies. So that's, you know, again, teaches philosophy. Okay, so the Hermit energy teaches philosophy, astrology, rhetoric, logic, palm reading, and divination and fire. Like I said, people are going to start to be recognized as healers, as teachers, as, you know, this, that, and the other. You know how they get to do that? 44 on the clock. They're a part of the 144, duh. And they learn these things. These things were given to them. They learn these things over multiple lifetimes. People are going to have to wake up, put up, or shut up. I mean, that is what it is. They can't fight the powers that be, especially if the powers that be are like, no, you want to fight? Okay, we'll fight. You got to come at me, though. These people are doing little shady, little, I don't know, little trinket-ass magic and shit. Like, once you get into, like, once you become, this is the thing for me personally. I'm going to just leave it right there for you for a second. And then I got to go. If a candle, a white candle, just like this was, okay, if a white candle with a name on a piece of paper worked for 14 years, what do you think would happen if the collective that does stuff like that actually decided to do something against someone? It would look a lot different, don't you think? That man probably has a whole relationship with the karmic that is ruined, but it was like tumultuous at that, right? And I don't know if that's a part of the spell or not, right? Because I know what I was going through on my end. You know, the fact that he didn't want to acknowledge when I told him that he was under a spell is what kept him there. So again, a lot of the spells breaking are because people are saying, okay, my mother put a spell on me. My mother's continued to put a spell on me. She put stuff in my food. She did this, she did that. Like, whatever it is that you have to come to terms with. And I use the mother because it's the biggest one. It's the one that people could never imagine. But it happens. People curse their children all the time. A bunch of people did in whole communities. Whole ass states. About to get fucked up. Anyway. 7 of Wands. What a time to actually look at this and realize I gotta go. Causes murder and bloodshed, tells of things to come, causes the love of friends or enemies, can make one invisible. So that's what they wanted for you. They wanted people are seeing demons. People are being haunted at night by things. Entities that they sent out, and then entities that make them like want to do different things, because if they can make you depressed and want to sleep all day, they can most certainly make you like confused about right and wrong, right? Because you're willing to play in that energy if you're doing things that are not in the upright, if you're not treating your body like the temple that it is. I'll get into that with my Easy E. But I hope this has been helpful for somebody. I hope it's been insightful. I hope that you can use this information in some way, shape, or form to help yourself or others. Catch you on the next one.